It's been a minute since we last talked about Viktor Gyökeres, but stories coming in from Portugal indicate that he's close to joining the club of Arsenal, and they've gone ahead to give us the reason as to why he's close to joining the club of Arsenal. Then there is a very big injury blow for the youngster who scored a very beautiful free kick, I think this week, when they are playing in the Club World Cup. That is Claudio Echeverri, who was spotted on clutches and wearing a boot that is really protective. Then we also have Marca quoting the president of Benfica, that is Manuel Rui Costa, onto Alvaro Carreras, in there for you. So welcome to the Rokani Media Football. Guys, this is the fourth video of the day, and we're here to obviously spread nothing else but news that you guys will obviously enjoy. Now, a baller from Portugal, Tier 1 source, have told us the following, that Viktor Gyökeres is edging ever closer now to Arsenal. The wage demands of Benjamin Sesko are increasingly becoming a problem, making Gyökeres the most likely to join Arsenal this summer. Now, Arsenal and the striker decision is really taking twists after twists, and in the live video I'm obviously going to be streaming in the next 1 or 2 hours from now, you'll get to know that no one really knows exactly what is happening at Arsenal, because as we have a week of Arsenal proceeding to really nearing the signing of Viktor Gyökeres, then we get a hint from Benjamin Sesko that shows that maybe he's also close to joining the club of Arsenal. You understand? And it looks like Arsenal are really the big beneficiaries, because the two strikers want to join them, and I don't know exactly how they'll obviously settle to who. But as it stands, Viktor Gyökeres is close to joining Arsenal. And the last time I did a story about Viktor Gyökeres, he was, the sporting director of Arsenal, that is Andrew Batha, was locked into talks or intensive talks with Sporting Lisbon, and they wanted this deal to obviously get done. And by the way, this week, I thought that Arsenal would get this deal out of the way, but surprisingly, guess what Arsenal did? Arsenal went ahead to really get a player, get in two players, that is Kepa Arrizabalaga and Nogard. Kepa Arrizabalaga has passed his medical, and Nogard, I think he has gone ahead to undergo his medical today, and Mosquera has gone ahead to get in a very huge approach from Arsenal, and they want to sign him. So as it stands, it looks like the club of Arsenal is really showing huge intent to obviously get these players before they really sort the striker problem. I've gone ahead to see very many Arsenal fans come out and say, why don't they get in this guy? Please, 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 please go ahead and sign a player known as Gyökeres or Sesko, because all we need is number 9. But I think Arsenal knows very well that they need a striker. They need a number 9. You understand? And I think they're taking their time. And in the due course of taking their time, I think they need to settle up for the best. That won't really make no difference with the club offer. They want to bring in the best, and I think they are doing the best to bring in these other players. And I told you that they want to announce these deals in what we call the ascending order, not the descending. Because if you get in Gyökeres now and you sign him, announce him, does it make a lot of sense? I don't think so. So we are waiting to see how things really pan out onto that side. So Gyökeres edging closer to Arsenal. That means Andrew Batha is really doing lots of things behind those that, or under the curtain, or behind the curtain, that we don't know. Now, who knew to it that they're going to go in for Kepa Arrizabalaga? From nowhere they went in for him. And for Nogard, it's really one of those that has shocked the world. And for Christian Mosquera, that's another one that has shocked very many people into this media space, if you've been following up and really doing the needful. So I want to let you know that let them do their homework very well. And I know they are really having their targets number. That's why you see to it that from nowhere you hear Arsenal has really sent in a proposal, meaning that by the time they sent in they start conversations with the club, they've already gone ahead to agree personal terms with the player. And that means they've been having lots of things they've been doing behind the curtain. That is it. So guys, that's all about Viktor Gyökeres. I know most of you have been asking me in the comment section, Rokani, what of Gyökeres? Please update us about the guy. That's the hint that I've gone ahead to drop for you about this guy. Now, we go to another guy, another team known as Man City that are playing with Juventus right now. The game is 2-1, City leading in there. Claudio Echeverri was spotted on clutches and wearing a protective boot in City training. The 19-year-old suffered ankle injury during the Club World Cup match against Al Ain and was subbed off at halftime. And by the way, I was really shocked that Pep Guardiola took off this guy at halftime, yet he had gone ahead to put in a very big shift. And I was like, who does it in world football? A boy who scored a free kick that was really beautiful, and you take him off at halftime, yet we know to it that bringing him to play the next 10, 15, 20 minutes would have gone ahead to boost his confidence. But finally, we get to know that he has gone ahead to get an ankle injury and he's not really doing the needful. Then later, Pep told us that in today's game, he's out. He has a problem in the ankle. Will be 2 to 3 weeks out. I feel so sorry for him from all of us. We will play new players against Juventus, and second half too. I'll make the selection tomorrow thinking of the second half. In these conditions, we can't play the rhythm for 90 minutes. Hopefully, we can make more substitutions. So, Pep told us that the player is going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. And by the way, he's the main reason as to why I've been watching Man City. That is it. And even right now, however much Man City is playing, I really believe that there is something missing. You know, the boy brings life. He's a pure baller. You know, he's a baller, I can say, and he's a joy to watch. You know, and by the way, he's just 19. You get? So, he's really talented, and Echeverri, for me, I wish him a quick recovery. You know, I support Man United, and City are really our rivals, but however much they are our rivals, I can't come out and really tell you that he shouldn't really return. I'd like to see the beautiful game having talented players, and nowadays players like Echeverri are really hard to find. But if you get in one, just get excited, because this guy is really a one to watch. It looks like it's gonna be an Oscar Bob situation. Remember Oscar Bob when he came in through and played very well, and from nowhere Oscar Bob broke, did he break his leg? And he was out for like 6 months plus. And I was like, oh my God, we are missing out on watching this young talent that had really set his ceiling so high. And many critics were like, will he really reach the ceiling? You understand? But all these are really raw talents from Man City, Oscar Bob, and Echeverri. But they're into the right hands of a manager whom we've gone ahead to see groom very many players and turn them into world-class players. Lionel Messi, Iniesta, Gerard Piqué, who else can we talk about? You know, Sergio Busquets, you know, very many players. And when he went in at Bayern, the likes of, what's the name of this guy? The right back of Germany, Kimmich, you know, Kimmich was there. Thiago Alcantara, you understand? You know, I think Leroy Sen and very many other beautiful players in there. So that is the man known as Pep Guardiola. And I think these players of Man City are into the right hands. Then lastly, let's talk about Manuel Rui Costa, the president of Benfica. This is what he has told Real Madrid about Alvaro Carreras, that is Alvaro Fernandez. let Real Madrid make an offer. None has arrived so far. If they do, we will see what happens. Now, the lad has a release clause of 50 million euros, and the president is telling them, please pay the 50 million euros if at all you want to get this guy a deal, to see to it that all goes on well as planned. So, as it stands, Alvaro Carreras, is playing for Benfica in the FIFA Club World Cup, right? And I think they're really doing a little bit better. And let me check here and see where exactly they've completed. Did they obviously get into the group stages? All notes. Benfica went ahead to beat Bayern Munich, by the way, by 1-0, and they topped the group. Bayern finished second. So Alvaro Carreras has always gone ahead to feature predominantly into these games, and he's really doing the needful for his club. So thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David, he's my name. I'm calling upon for your reactions into the comment section about Gyökeres aging closer to join Arsenal, then Claudio Echeverri injury, and then I want to know what your thoughts are about Alvaro Carreras, who Madrid wants, and he has obviously coming through to do the needful at the club of Real Madrid. Now, as I wind up, Haaland, who came on at the start of the second half, has gone ahead to score a goal, and guess who has provided the assist? It's none other than a player known as Reinders. Reinders is really a creative player, and Haaland is really all smiles. It's 3 Man City and 1 the side known as Juventus. FIFA Club World Cup, the person who tops this group won't face Real Madrid, but whoever finishes second will obviously have to test the wrath of Real Madrid.